All right, let's look at November. November, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So let's see. Started off kind of slow. Just as an introduction, I sell options. That's all I do. I sell options, puts, and calls, mostly puts. Selling options is a guaranteed way to put money in your pocket every month. And yes, it does take a lot of money, but you can actually do this with as little as, I'm going to say, $6,000. $6,000 is a not the best entry point, but it is an entry point. With $6,000, you can do stuff like CLA, CMG, um, AMI, AI. You can do stuff like that and make some decent principles. GM. $6,000 means that any stocks $60 or less, you can sell an option. At that point, you just got to find a good stock. But really, the ideal entry point is $10,000. $10,000 that puts you into some of the magnificent seven stocks like your Nvidia, Google, stuff like that you can sell options on. Anyway, November. See, November the 1st, we started off kind of slow. These are when you see these by the close, this is me closing out an option, and this would be an option from last month, but I counted in this month. So a couple of these are negative. So we started off a little slow, like 95 some dollars in the hole. These should all be red. And 95, what's that, like $100 in the hole? But then we start kicking in with a put option on Apple, 220 uh for $276. We made 276. TTD by the close. On this one, I kind of panicked because it was actually going against me. So I decided to close it. Did I close it or roll it? I closed it. So I closed it at $406. I don't know how much I paid for it. How much did I get for it? Let's see. So that would have been in October. TTD, where is it at? It wasn't bad. So I sold it for $498. And then I turned around and closed for $406. So what's that, about a $90 gain? And then the magnificent MSTR sold a put for $1,102. That's cash money I put into my account selling a put. Cash. 215 put sold for 1 week, $1,102. Then I came back and closed it because I had got roughly 80-90% of the money off of it. Closed it for $111. So what I made about still about $1,000, $900 something dollars. Let's just say 1,000. Nvidia. This is mostly all I play. Is stuff that's in the Nasdaq. Nvidia's, Apple's, uh, MU, TTD. Mostly your IT or electronic type stuff. All right, so Nvidia closed that from last month, $43. Negative. Apple, I closed this Apple put up here. So I opened at 276. I closed it at 28.66. So $20.66. So I still made 200 and some bucks overall. And let's see, 127. Open up another one, Nvidia. Sell to open. That means that I'm selling it to open it. And for $127. Then we got Apple. I played Apple a couple times on 224. I think I chickened out on Apple. No, then I got $56 on it. I mean, I closed it for $56. So 224 minus 56. You can do the math. I made money on all of these basically. I didn't lose money. on any of these, which you don't do. You just normally you're not gonna lose money on these. Let's see, Micron U, $96. This one is still open. I'm thinking about closing it. I think. Let's see. Micron U. Where's it at? Yeah, 114. So it's still open. Nvidia closed it. Apple closed it. MSTR opened up another one. So look, up here I sold it for 1,100. Well, 900. I came back down here again and sold another one for 900. And then Bitcoin started to drop, so I got out of it for 671. So still made what, a couple of $100 out of that. Even though I sold this, and I say in a panic mode, but really not a panic. I just wanted to get out of it because I didn't want to hold $29,000. When you see this number, that's cash. That's times 100. So it was a 290 strike. That's $29,000 that you got on hold that you could possibly be stuck with 100 shares of this stock. And this stock is still clearly and only speculative. It's one of those stocks where, in my opinion, you don't want to own it, and you definitely don't want to own 100 shares, because eventually it's gonna crash. They're strictly gambling. So this stock, the history of it is a company that's sort of on the lines of business, Intel, IT type investments or business, but its claim to fame is that it buys a lot of Bitcoin. I think they got so many billions of dollars of Bitcoin. And so he's betting on Bitcoin to always be going up, selling a lot of debt. There's a whole story on it. In any case, you don't want to own it. When Bitcoin goes, it goes. And Bitcoin is not going to continue to go up unless certain things happen. And a lot of those things depending on the political climate to change or do X, Y, Z. And, anytime you depend on politics to help you out, you can forget it. So this is just speculative. This is just a stock where you go in, you get your money, and you get out. Go in, get your money, you get out. So that's why I sold it at 671. All right, so back to Nvidia, and the number one rule for me and for anybody that's learning this is you always want to consider, is this a stock that I want to own? If you don't want to own it, you might want to reconsider playing it. Do I mind owning 100 shares of Nvidia at $14,200? No, I don't mind that. Do I mind owning Apple, 100 shares of Apple at $220 or $22,000? No, I don't. Because I know that Apple and Nvidia more than likely are going to be around, and I'm going to be able to either sell the stock or sell calls on it. So MSTR can go from $500 to zero. So yeah, but I still will play some stocks like this, even if I don't want to own them. I just play a short time, and then I will manage the heck out of it. If I see it's going to where I don't want it to go, I'm out. I'm not rolling it. I'm not hoping that it goes up. I just get out. I take my money and run. This is me taking the money and running. So let's see, 271 AMAT. This is one I'm kind of on the fence about. Applied Materials. They're in IT too, so I hate to have all my eggs in one basket, but most of the stuff I play is in the IT or information technology type field. That's just what I'm comfortable with. So that's what I usually play. So AMAT, you look at NVIDIA, MSTR, Apple, Micron Technology. I kind of stick with that sector. And let's see, AMAT I sold it 271. I did an Amazon for 126. UPST is a finance type stock. $98 on that. Then I closed out the Amazon for $39. So I sold it for 126, closed it for 39. I could have held that out till it was at zero, but I didn't. CELH, this is the one stock that's burning me right now. And I don't even want to talk about it. But I sold $100 call on it, but I'm really down about $3,000 on that stock. Or 2,879 to be exact. So I'm managing it. And let's see, Target. I don't think this should be on here. Well, yes, it did. I started to do a Target, trying to get out of my comfort zone. But here's the deal. If you're going to do this and you're comfortable playing a certain sector, play that sector. I'm comfortable playing, even though Amazon isn't really, it's got a little IT, but it's not really. I'm comfortable in the IT NASDAQ sector. So that's what I play. But, Target, the only reason I did this is because Target had a earnings call, and then they had a massive drop. And I figure it's all the way down. It can only go up, which it did, but I decided to bail out. So Target, 241. Then I came back. Why did I do this? Anyway, I sold one at 241. Decided to close it out like right away. So I lost $5 on that, closing it out. And then some reason, I opened another Target at 163. Oh shit, I took a hit on this one. I opened it at 163 right here, see? And then it went against me. And so I had to close it at 290. So where is Target at now? Is this open? This was last week. Let's see, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Ooh, is at 132. What was that, a 123? Oh yeah, I could have held that. So it must have been down here when I did it. What's the date on that? Target November 20th. I probably could have held that. No, I would have got a sign. Yeah, I don't. That's what it was. I didn't want to get a sign, so I would have got a sign at $123, but that would have been last week. If I would have held it, right, I could have came back and sold it for $13,000. So that's kind of the benefit, and that's kind of the risk. I still would have made money, but I didn't want to own Target. I just played it for some quick money. It didn't pan out. I got out. So what's the final verdict? You can see kind of what I'm doing here. MSTR again, $504. NVIDIA, MSTR, closed it for $97. Amazon, $137. MU, $179. I think I played that twice. UPST, I hit them for $236 later on after I had closed it for up here at there's not a close up there. I closed it somewhere. And hit them for 236 again. And then this is on NVIDIA. Well, I opened it up there and it started getting close. What NVIDIA is at? I think NVIDIA's at 138 now. Yeah, 138. See, my goal is not to get a sign. So what I do This was supposed to close this week, the 29th of November. I rolled it out to December. And so I still made $43 on it. Whereas initially I would have been sitting at $227. But it dropped. And so I rolled it. And my total for this month is Excel is so hard to work. When you let go, it moves for some reason. God damn, one way or the other. Anyway, this month, $3,211. So if you can put every month $3,211 in your account, that's a win to me. And if you look at these, I didn't do these under any kind of stressful situation, no day trading. I didn't have to sit here and watch it every day, with the exception of I had to pay a little bit more attention to this one, MSTR, because it's Bitcoin related. But I normally don't mess with that. But you don't have to watch this every day like a day trader. You pick the stock that you want to sell an option for. It's going to expire at the end of the month, either in the money or out the money, or at the end of the week, either in the money or out the money. And then you just keep it moving. Or you can close it early like I do on most of these. Most of these, when they get to like 75, 80, 90%, I would just close them out. So closing out means that you're going to give back a little money. I'll give back $18 here, $23 here. You're going to give back a little, but you're still going to make a lot. So $3,211. No, this number here is not accurate. I don't even really keep track of this no more. And then last month it was $3,722. These are real numbers. This shit is not fake. And this is just me doing what I call low to no risk trading, selling options and playing options out of the money. These are all out of the money. They're not at the money, they're out of the money. When you do out of the money, that means that basically you're playing a stock, right? And you're betting that it's not going to fall to this level by this date. And so you pick one of these out of the money. Remember, this is in the money, this is at the money, and anything about that is kind of out of the money. That's what they call it. Anything out of that is out of the money. So I could have played this, but that's saying that I'm risk getting assigned. And when you're doing this, to me, your goal is you don't want to get assigned because you need that bankroll. You would need that $13,800 so you can keep doing this over and over again. If you get assigned, now you're subject to the stock going up and down. And so when you get ready to sell over here, if you're unable to sell it at this price, an option at 138, what you bought it, then you risk taking a loss. But then again, that's why you use stocks like Nvidia, because there's a good chance that it's not going to continue to do this. It's going to end up going up. 138, 139, 140, 141. So if you bought at 138, well, if you sell an option for 141, you finna make money here and here if you get assigned on this side. Seems complicated. It's real simple. But to me, anytime you can do this kind of easy money every month, $1,900 there. And that's kind of the average for me. Because I really wouldn't have played stock like MSTR. That's what kind of put me up in the money. MSTR was very risky because it's very volatile. The IV is high on it. So, and I think I played it here too. So, yeah, see, I played it here too. I played it. Played it for $2.49. So yeah. But even without this, putting $3,000 or so in your account, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, that's a win.